These are quotes taken from the 60s and 70s, but I hope he would approve. I actually got to sing at James Baldwin's funeral, one of the great honors of my life. I hope James, Dr. Baldwin, that he would approve of me using his words to the task that we're facing today. And then I'm going to introduce best boss in the world. We must realize this, that no other country in the world has been so fat and so sleek and so safe and so happy and so irresponsible and so dead. Industry is compelled, given the way it is built, to present to the American people a self-perpetuating fantasy of American life. We are cruelly trapped between what we would like to be and what we actually are. And we cannot possibly become what we would like to be until we are willing to ask ourselves just why the lives we lead on this continent are mainly so empty, so lame, and so ugly. For a very long time, America has prospered. This prosperity cost millions of people their lives. Now, not even the people who are the most spectacular recipients of the benefits of this prosperity are able to endure these benefits. Hunter Levin spoke so powerfully of how these, climate change hits the poor first and worst. I still believe we can do with this country something that has not been done before. We are misled here because we think of numbers. You don't need numbers, you need passion. And this is proven in the history of the world. I attest to this. The world is not white. It never was white. It cannot be white. White is a metaphor for power, and that is simply a way of describing Chase Manhattan Bank. It is entirely up to the American people and our representatives whether or not they're going to face and deal with this and embrace this reality. James Baldwin. Over throughout this conference, so if you don't know that she is wonderful and very hardworking and extremely deep background, then you have not been paying attention. I'm here to tell you that she treats every single person with the highest respect. She has a sense of humor. She has the patience of a saint. And she is the best boss I've ever had. Carly Rixham, the director of ASES.
Appreciate that. Okay, if I could have you all keeping your chairs where they are, just scooch a little bit forward in your seat. And now just scooch a little bit back in your seat. And then just scooch a little bit forward in your seat. And scooch a little bit back. Okay, so collectively we just cleaned about 100 chairs in about 20 seconds. And it would have taken the maintenance person about an hour to do that. So that is the power of what we can do as a community working together. Another thing that we can do is offset our carbon footprint for the travel of coming here to Solar 2018. You can go onto our website for the conference, which is ases.org/conference, and go under lodging. There is an option to offset your carbon footprint. So you go to the travel portal and just follow the prompts where you enter the city from which you came and the mode of transportation, bus, train, plane, car, and they'll calculate the pounds of CO2 that were put into the atmosphere for your travel here, and Trip Zero, our partner, will plant trees to offset that carbon emissions. So please do that now or in the next day or so. Very important to really walk the talk about everything we're talking about here in the conference. So life is composed of individual moments, and it is up to us to decide what to do with those moments and to make sure that those moments are grand and interconnected and vast. And we are all artists, lives, and we have the opportunity to make a masterpiece out of our life. One of my favorite philosophers, Alan Watts, talks about the reality of our dreams. And what if every night we dreamt the same dream over and over again, but every night we had the opportunity to make that dream just a little bit better, and then the next night when we went to sleep we could make that dream just a little bit better, and the next night a little bit better. Well, let's flip it and say that those dreams are our waking life, and every morning we dream that same waking life over and over, but every morning we have the opportunity to make our life just a little bit better and a little bit better, until one day we've dreamed our life into this dream that we've created, that we would dream over and over again by choice. This is our opportunity. This is what we can strive for. So last night at the Solar Circus, who here had the opportunity to attend the Solar Circus last night? That was awesome. Sven Jorgensen, our performer, talked about the still point in life, and he talked about this while he was balancing on a ball, blindfolded, and juggling knives. Yeah, that happened. Excuse me. So finding that still point in life, and that still point of life is that moment of clarity where we can envision what it is we really want to achieve and how we can take our talents and put them to work. So for me, that still point of life is a moment of surrender. And this is the point from which we grow. It's a chance to leverage the obstacles and learn from them and meet people along the way who are walking that same path. It's trying to see a departure from the ordinary in every instance. But we're not always in that still point in life. We're not always in that moment of surrender, in that moment of clarity. But we need that moment of clarity in order to take action at the right moment. So the book Eat, Pray, Love talks about quest physics. And this is if you believe that you are willing to step out of your comfort zone, that life will begin at the edge of your comfort zone. So interesting things happen at edges. Scientists study the edge where the ocean meets the land, or where the branch meets the leaf, or where the circuit meets the resistance. And it's on this edge, that we can really see something interesting, and we can really step out of our comfort zone. It's on this edge that you can turn what seems like despair, what seems like hardship, into something positive. This is the stop, drop, and roll. Some of our fears are healthy. The fear of getting sick, perhaps, or the fear of a hot stove burner moving away quickly. So really navigating those fears, but not being afraid of fear itself. Having no hang-up that there's absolutely nothing fundamentally to be afraid of. We will not be afraid of fear. And with that comes such a liberation to stand up for what we believe in, to turn our narrative into the narrative. And for us here, the narrative is working towards a clean energy future. And so together, we can make big changes in a very, very short amount of time. So please join us to make this dream a reality. On behalf of the National Organizing Committee here for Solar 2018, the board and the staff of ASES, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for attending and for turning these dreams into a reality. So please go forth with your batteries charged and a sense of renewed energy in renewable energy. Thank you.